Hello and welcome back to another episode of First Alarm Fire Training. Today we're going to be reviewing forcible entry using Big Blue.
Today's lesson, we've been covering forcible entry. So for this school, we're going to use a few different tools to accomplish it. Most commonly, you're going to use these two right here. You have a Halligan bar, which has a few different heads on it, prime, another prime, spike end, and a combination. You can open most doors with this alone. But you may need this flat-headed axe. And together, this makes an irons, set of irons. These two pieces of equipment. Other than these two, some other ones you might find on your apparatus, sledgehammer, quite basic, bashing tool. And then another one, a TNT tool. Kind of a modified sledge between a few different tools. We have an axe head end, sledge end, little opening here, might have to pry, pipe, and a wedge. This tool, it's a combination hand tool. All these are hand tools you see here.
Alright, when approaching a door, you always want to make sure you check the door for heat. Check all surfaces, cover the whole door. After that, you always want to make sure you try before you pry, because not all doors are bolted shut or locked. In this case, we have a bolted shut door, or locked door, for instance, so we need to force it to start. In the real world, the lock's on the opposite side, so you're going to want to shock the door to try to find where the bolts and the locking mechanism is. So shocking the door, find your pressure in the center. Take the door. You want to control the door once you're completed, because if you have heat back here, you don't want that fire to spread. Alright, so when forcing a door with a Halligan, your key things you want to do in order would be first to take the adz end of the Halligan, and you want to get it right where you know where that, once you find out where that locking mechanism is, you want to get that adz end in. And basically what you're doing here is you're going to create a gap. So creating a gap or gapping the door, you want to twist down so you get an open point. And then once you're in, you get your forks with the bevel facing towards the door. So if you figure whenever you pry, you're prying that way, these forks are going to pull the door out towards you. So once you get that gap, you want to find that locking mechanism. Get your forks in as deep as you can and just push, pry. And control your door.
In this video we're going to be doing an inward swinging door with a iron combo set with forcible entry. Always going to make sure you shock before you pry and feel for heat. So with this, you're going to want to stick your forks and in the crease of the door to get a nice purchase point. And then you want to have your partner come over and get ready and have him hit the butt end of the Halligan.
Tell me one.
Alright, you ready?
Yep.
Strike. Now what you want to have is you want to have your forks in, curling towards the door, so that way you can either push or pull depending on your. Ready? Strike.
Door control. So in this scenario, we're going to do a slowed down version of an irons forcible entry. That includes a Halligan bar and a flat-headed axe. So here we have an inward swinging door. The classics, of course, that we went over before. Try before you pry. Door's locked, we have to force it. Check for heat. I got some heat in here. We gotta get this open to get to that fire. Take my pry into the Halligan bar and ram it in there, get a good purchase point. And what's gonna help me is he's gonna slam on the end of this with the axe, which drives that in further, gives me more leverage to pry that door open. Let's give it a shot here. I'm in there. I'm gonna have him whack the back of the Halligan here when I give him the command. Ready? Strike. Strike. Okay. Now, it's in there good. I can let go of this, and it's in there. I'm gonna rip this door open. Remember, you don't wanna let it fly out if there's heat. You wanna have door control. As I pry, I'm gonna wanna push this in further, getting a better purchase, more leverage. So now that I got it in further, I pushed it in, I'm still having trouble. So I'm gonna have my partner ram this in further again, get more leverage. Strike, 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 we're in. Now we're pry. Thanks for joining us today at First Alarm Fire Training. I hope you learned something about forcible entry.
Special thanks to the Shaler Area Firemen's Association for letting us use their building and their props.
And make sure you check us out on social media and check out some of our videos on YouTube. And we'll see you next week.